Welcome. My name is Douglas Getz, and you've found your way to the Diving and Thriving podcast. Here, we have enlightening conversations about how we can better navigate this sometimes crazy world we live in. From refreshing spiritual perspectives to tips about personal growth, the focus here is about how we can become better human beings. So I'd like to thank you for being here today, and I hope you enjoy this episode. So here we are on the second episode of Awake and Alive podcast, and I just wanted to voice some thoughts about how awesome the universe is. I spent today in nature, and the sunset, the sun, the way it shines on the trees, it's just so beautiful. And a lot of times we miss that. Depending on what we're looking at, we don't necessarily capture that in our attention. Our attention might be elsewhere. It's oftentimes places we don't want it to be. And sometimes it's tough getting yourself back, but man, for me, I find spending time in nature is such a fantastic refreshment. It's the reset button for me to get me back into my present state of mind. The self that just appreciates the things that are around me, looks at the birds and the bees and the trees with awe. And at times that can be much, whether we're caught up thinking about a certain situation or something that doesn't make us feel good. We really get the opportunity, we get the chance, we get the choice of where we want to put our attention. And it's interesting, if something ever comes up, because something came up for me that sent me into like a tizzy or sent me into a funk, and it hit me because there was a real connection to like my ego. My ego knew like, oh, this is gonna get you, and so it came across me, and my ego just put it like a pit in my stomach. And we really get to choose where we focus our attention, and it's really on us to be the ones in control of how we feel, because we can pull ourselves out of any funk that we get into. We can pull ourselves out of it. And one of the beautiful things is that these things that we go through, they're opportunities. Like, yes, they suck. It sucks when you get fired. It sucks when you break apart from a past girlfriend or boyfriend, or that sucks. But the universe is really just giving you an opportunity to learn more about yourself and to grow. And so the best things we can really do is frame it in that positive light, and then come back to the present moment, and realize the beauty of it. There's one thing that came up a while back for me. And I was in school this one day, and nothing was really lining up. First off, I went to the computer lab, tried to get some work done, and the Wi-Fi was down, and so I pretty much wasted about an hour there. Then after that, I went to the bookstore. I was being cheap. I was trying not to buy a book for a class, so I was taking pictures of one of the books. And one of the workers at the bookstore said, "Hey, you can't do that. You either have to buy the book or you gotta go." I was like, "Oh, fuck, what the hell?" And so after that, I was heading to the cafeteria. I was trying to do something else there, and I was like, "Watch, they're not even gonna have what I'm looking for." And I was there too early. Didn't even get what I wanted. And at that point, I thought in my head, do I just head home and start over tomorrow? Is this even worth it? Should I just go home and start over tomorrow? And so I had some food. I brought my food with me. So I ended up seeing a friend in the cafeteria. I sat down with him, talked, and we started talking about our where we want our lives to go, our futures, things we were working on. And, I came up with this really good analogy. And one of the things that we say is we get so excited about something that's going on in the future. Oh, I can't wait to go hiking with some friends on this Friday. Like, I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be fantastic. And in doing that, we put the future moment so high up and say, this is going to be so great. And then as a result, we're kind of putting the present moment down a little bit. And we're saying, yeah, we're going to have so much fun at that future moment on Friday with our friends. Like, we're going to have a blast. It's going to be so great. And we're kind of putting the present moment down and saying, this present moment isn't all that great. It could be better. It's kind of dull. And really what we want to do is we want to flip the script and say, yes, that future moment is going to be amazing. When I'm with my friends, we're on the hike, that's going to be amazing. But also, you got to remember, this is the best moment of my life. Like, wait a minute, like, this moment right here, me talking with you, me recording this is the best moment of my life. And it really is. This is the best moment of my life. And I'm so thankful for that. And that kind of brings it to an area of gratitude and appreciation of all the things you're kind of thankful for. Oh yeah, I'm so thankful for all my friends. I'm so thankful for my social interactions. I'm so thankful that I get to spend this time in nature. I'm so thankful that I have a family that cares about me. I'm so thankful I have good food to eat. All these things are fantastic things to be thankful for, but when we get in that mode of focusing on what we're unhappy about or what's not working for us, it brings us down, and we forget about all these great things that we should be thankful for, that we have, that we are thankful for, but get pushed to the background. And so, yeah, we just got to remember gratitude is the key. We got to remember that this present moment is the only moment we're ever going to have. It's just, that's plain and simple. This is the only moment we're ever going to have. The future is always going to be in the future. The past is always going to be in the past. What can we do in the present to make this moment great? And one thing that I like to do, if I can talk to friends and have like a conversation about gratitude or spirituality or any good things that are going on, helps raise the vibration, and you start thinking about all the great things. You start seeing the goodness. You start seeing the beauty. And boy, does that help. Boy, is that refreshing. Especially when you're coming from a state of, man, this sucks. Like, I'm going through this. Something came up. It made me feel like shit. This sucks. And then remembering, oh yeah, no, things are pretty good. I'm thankful. I have a lot of things to be thankful for. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the food that I get to eat. I'm thankful for the bed I get to sleep in. Like, all these things are great things to be thankful for, and really help us to, break away from the negative cycle that we sometimes get into. Like right now, I'm looking at the sunset, and there's so many shades of blue and yellow, and it's hiding behind the clouds, so there's this like ray of sunshine that's shooting out from above the clouds, and it's just beautiful. It's really totally beautiful. And the more I look around, the more things there are to fall in love with. There's so much beauty in this world, and that's the thing to focus on. And it's really all about where you put your attention. And I'm so happy to have this podcast. I'm so grateful to share these thoughts and these experiences and these moments, and just talk about the beauty of the world and spread love and be appreciative and live in the moment and help others and eat well and live well, and there's so much beauty to all of that it totally outweighs the bad. It totally outweighs the bad. But for some reason, the bad captures our attention. It captures our attention and it hooks us. And in the process, when we're hooked and we're stuck in that negative cycle, we feel like crap. And it takes effort to get out of that. Just the other day, I was feeling like crap for the majority of the day, and I went and I hung out outside in a hammock for about 2 hours, read a book, and then when that was done, I went for a run, and after the run, I went and meditated, and after each thing, I started to feel incrementally better. And little by little, it was getting me out of the funk, and then I went and took a shower, and I've been doing so much reflecting on past situations that I had a forward-thinking thought, one about the future, that was really attractive. I said, wow, that's a good thought. That's a thought. That's a nice thought. And it was such a refreshing thing, such a refreshing thought, such a refreshing moment that it brought it back to, wow, this is really great. This life that I'm living is really great. And yeah, that's really just the key is gratitude. Gratitude and perspective. And we really can't lose sight of that. And if we do, we can notice it, number one. And then number two, we really struggle if we stay there. So we really have to do our best, do what we can to try to break that cycle. And exercise helps, meditation helps, talking with friends helps. All these things help, and they're all there for us, and they're always there for us. There's always ways we can reach out to the world, whether we're doing something or whether we're talking to somebody. There are many ways that we can reach out and help ourselves and help bring everything up. And so that's really what this life is about, is enjoying the journey. That's the key, is just enjoy the journey, enjoy the flow, get into the rhythm, roll with the punches, learn the lessons you need to, navigate the rocky waters when they come, enjoy the smooth waters when they're there, and just have a good time. Try not to take life too seriously, because that can happen. And just be yourself. And if you don't know who you are, that's okay. Because there are times when I go through periods where I know exactly who I am, I speak confidently, I know where I'm going, and I'm on top of my game. And then there are other times where I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And it's a struggle even like talking to people, because I don't have my stuff figured out, and so I feel like I'm supposed to always be put together, which I don't need to be. But that's been a thought throughout many years, and it can hold you back. And so it's okay if everything isn't going great right now. It's okay. Just know that it will pass. Everything will be okay. And everything will get better. And not to worry, things are good. Life is good. And we just go through cycles at times. So sometimes you're on top of the world and cherish it, and then other times it's kind of boring. We just grind through it, and then other times we're down in the dumps. And anything we can really do, whether it's gratitude, talking with friends, getting issues off our chest and venting, and and getting some exercise, things that make us feel good, that's what we got to do. And the main key is to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, and love the process. And boy, that's what I need to realize is love the process, because life has its ups and life has its downs, and when you're on top of it, you don't think it can go down. But it's all good when it does, because it passes, we get back to our true self, and we get back at it. And so the main keys of this is, the main things to take away is gratitude. Remember how blessed we are, how many things there are to be thankful for. And perspective, and knowing that the key is, it's the journey. It's about the journey. It's not about the end destination, because we all want to be there already. We want to be that doctor. We want to have that job that we've been going for so long. We want to have that lifestyle. And it's not about that, because it's about getting from here to there and enjoying the process as much as possible. And so that's why it's so vitally important to surround yourself with good quality people, because it helps bring us up. It helps bring us up when we're low, and if we're feeling great, then it just adds to it, and we feel extra great. We feel really on top of the world. So, yeah, it's just in parting words, I would say, even for myself, just enjoy the journey. Stop worrying about if this is going to come together, is that going to come together. It'll all come together right on time. Don't have to worry about that. Just enjoy the journey. And on that note, peace and love to everyone that's listening. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I wish you the best. Peace.